Hey, what's up, everyone? This is another episode of the No Socks podcast. This is episode 5. I'm your host, Pat. This is Kate, my co-host. And today we are joined with the badass Max Budich.
Oh, that felt good. How are you guys? How have you been?
I mean, usually we ask that first, I think, except for
Sorry,
Luke.
I just need to take charge, yeah.
No, but yeah, I've been doing okay. You're good. I should say good. Yeah, what about you, Kate?
I'm okay. I'm kind of hungry.
True. He had me thinking about pizza. That was a bad time to bring that up.
Yeah.
That's all right, though.
So, actually from that, though, you're a pineapple on pizza,
I am of that persuasion, yes. I do like my pizza with pineapple, which is actually uncharacteristic of me because I tend to like my savory food savory and my sweet food sweet.
Oh.
Like, I'm not a big fan of stuff like sweet chili.
Okay, yeah.
But for some reason, I just really enjoy that little piece of pineapple on it. Otherwise, quite salty, fatty piece of pizza.
I
So
think it kind of cuts through well.
that's right. Yeah, it does. It's like, I don't know. It's like it's like a high tenor in a metal band. You know what I mean?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, just to bring that.
That's
back
what a
to
meat
the
lovers
topic of
is.
conversation.
Meat lovers is
Yeah.
metal lovers.
Yeah.
Ooh, tasty.
Aren't you going to ask me how my journey was?
I was going to
How
ask
was the
that.
journey?
Yeah.
It's
so,
my
yeah.
turn to ask.
Okay.
How was the journey,
Sorry, I
sir?
won't take that from you a second time. Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I had a really nice journey. I was quite busy today, so I was going to go down to St Kilda to water my piano teacher's plants, which is totally true.
Wait, what? Why?
Because he's away. He's in Sydney.
Okay.
And I've been doing like a bunch of deliveries and all that, which is why it was really sweaty.
They can't see.
Yeah, they can't see. Yeah.
Smell-o-vision.
But yeah, he was like, well, if you're in the area, come and water my plants. So I was going to do that. But
Fair enough.
if I wouldn't have been able to do that and get here on time. So I called him. I'm like, I'm really sorry. I'll do it tomorrow. I hope they make it through. You know, it's Melbourne. It's quite, it's quite dry.
I mean, today's not so bad, the weather. It's like about 26 so tops.
Is it? I don't know.
It's not 30 though. Is it 30 today?
The weathermen have been
Yeah.
lying.
Is it?
I think.
Yeah, okay, so it
So-
possibly will survive the day.
I
at
think they'll
least.
be fine. Well,
Yeah.
the way that he said it, he's a lovely man. Like he would, he was just totally understanding. The way he said it was the difference between Monday and Tuesday at this point in time when I've been away for 2 weeks is so little. But anyway, so the reason I bring that up is because otherwise I would have been really stressed driving here.
Yeah.
And but I wasn't. I had tons of time and I had lots of time to enjoy the beautiful views of the eastern suburbs. And actually, so seldom do I drive down the Eastern Freeway that I actually got nostalgic because the Eastern Freeway, I always used to take it when I went to Brandon's place in.
Right, yeah.
When we
Just doxed him. Do we bleep that out?
oh yeah, bleep that out. Somewhere.
Somewhere
The
over the
burbs.
east.
In the burbs.
Burbs. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so I got very nostalgic when I was driving down there. And this kind of has that feel about it. So
Yeah. How many years has it been since you've lost? I mean, besides like the last time you saw Brandon was probably a couple of weeks ago, actually. Oh, no, a couple of weeks ago, like a few months ago.
the last time I saw you
Was that a gig?
There's a
was the
gig.
last time
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
saw
Chella.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember the time when you completely just like didn't even
That
realize
was
what was there.
so funny. I like saw my friend Joel and I was so intent on just talking to him. And I got halfway through that conversation. I was like, man, I'm being like quite rude. Like I haven't introduced myself to any of Joel's friends, and none of them are talking. So I like look to my left and I see Brandon. I'm just like, I actually went to go shake his hand because I just had a complete tunnel vision for Joel.
Oh. I mean,
was
he
really
is
funny.
very tall.
That's well,
So, I mean, who can blame you?
I mean,
laws of gravity, right?
Yeah.
to be fair, I think we were wearing. I mean, we're in like the dark corner of that room because it was like
yeah.
the
And
outside.
you were wearing a mask and you weren't wearing your glasses. So
Yeah.
like,
And his hair very long, very
Very-
luscious. How long was it the last time you saw his hair?
Honestly, I can't remember.
It was probably a little longer than this. Probably like, yeah, just a bit. But because we met, the first time we met was in uni, actually.
Well, this is the thing. This is the serendipity of the whole situation, is that I actually know this sort of crew through two avenues.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
know Brandon through the sort of on planet Black Dime route,
Yeah.
and I know you through university. So actually, my question is, how did you two meet? How did?
We shall leave that for next episode. But at the same time,
yeah, totally,
But,
totally.
actually, unless
You'll have to wait and
unless
see.
Brandon just shows up right now, I guess I can explain it pretty simply. Band mix is a thing, right?
Band mix.
Yeah, band mix. That
yeah.
thing. You think that nobody actually sends you a request to join, but he ended up
But
sending the request.
Brandon does.
Brandon
Yeah.
does do that.
Yeah,
That
he
is the thing
actually
that he
does.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that how he met you as well?
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
It's even funnier, stranger story there, which
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah,
Never.
don't divulge
But I guess
right off the
I guess
bat.
I could explain my one, and it's just like
Yeah.
so I didn't notice it, and I think for some reason because I was already friends with you on Facebook at that time, and so then like I randomly also I didn't realize I didn't check my emails until I just randomly saw like on like my messenger, hey, and then you just like. Yeah, guitar, Nobuo Uematsu. Yeah, awesome, cool. Let's go. let's. Do you want to play, I guess, guitar for my band? And that's kind of how I just joined, actually. Pretty much. Then I saw the email and then listened to the demos and stuff, and I was like, cool. This is sort of what I remembered. Yeah.
So
It was
you were a fan
And
before.
yeah, effectively, it was like I was a fan, and then I actually ended up becoming part. It's like, wasn't that the case of like another really famous band?
But Queen.
Queen, yeah.
Freddie Mercury was a big fan of the Brian
that's
May
right.
and the other
Yeah.
band. It was in the movie.
Yeah,
It was
that's
like
right.
in this British accent. It was like, I've got like a raised palate or something, or more teeth, so it means more vocal range or something, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, nice impression.
Rami Malek, dude, he creeps me out. I love him, but he creeps me out. Because I saw
Really?
the latest Bond film. Have you seen that?
I haven't.
No Time to Die, right? I
My
haven't
family
Time to
did
Die.
though.
Well, okay. I feel like you have to see that. I won't like spoil anything. I feel like you have to see that film to understand like where I'm coming from.
Is he a villain?
Yeah, he's a villain. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Once you've seen someone go like, Jack Nicholson in The Shining, I guess you can't really forget
Totally.
that. That's his name,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, Jack Nicholson in Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like you'll
yeah.
never see him the same.
That's right. So yeah, that's why it creeps me out. And also like Mr. Robot too. Like he's kind of a recluse in that show.
I guess he is a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like us at times.
I guess with because you mentioned very briefly On Planet, and then you also mentioned, well, I guess Black Dime Cabaret. Is there anything you can, because you've been in those bands, and now you're I guess flying solo at this point. Is there any what's changed for you, I guess, between working in like a band versus working like, independently?
I think a band, and like this is, I'm not treading new land here, but I think a band demands a lot more appeasement and general like keeping everybody
creative
else's
control, and that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think with my music, I'm much happier being the architect. And
Okay. Yeah.
but at the same time, I understand. I'd much prefer a band environment where there isn't that sort of internal politics, and it's really hard to avoid.
Yeah.
And it's not an indictment on anyone in those bands either, because some bands function that way really, really well. I just happen to,
It conflicts with your own function.
And you can call it like ego, or you can call it like fulfillment, or whatever you want. But I think when it comes to solo music, I just find like having that sort of control over the sounds, the melodies, the rhythm. It just gives me peace of mind. And that said, like I really love playing in a band for the heck of it. Actually,
'Cause it-
segue. I'm gonna just get this rolling. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah.
You've moved the mic and it's rolling.
All right.
Oh
Is that all right, Jeremy?
Is that even in camera? Can you see that? Like,
no. You've got someone's gonna see this. Someone pick up this jar and show them the jar because Max actually gave us a gift.
So I am actually a bit of a fan of this podcast. Like I've seen every episode. I think you guys are
Thank you
really
so
coming
much.
to your own as interviewers. And so I thought I'd do a nice little thing because these guys are my friends too. Where I bring in, because you have like this concept of a swear jar, like an invisible swear jar. I thought, why not actually, I was going to bring a prosthetic leg actually. I thought that was a bit on the nose. But I thought I'll just bring a swear jar and then every time someone swears, like I just did, I said heck. Let's say crap and above.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
okay, because I'm like,
Right.
is
Lots of swear words out there.
Some people might get a bit jostled by the word heck.
I've
So-
never
enough.
met anyone that has.
So, I mean, but they could be out there. Who knows?
It could be. If you're out there, just know that I'm deeply sorry
Very
that
sorry.
I'm not, appeasing you. But anyway, so the point of the swear jar is every time one of us swears, I will Kobe Bryant a coin into the swear jar and inevitably miss. But every coin signifies $5 to charity because it's Christmas, and I think it's just a nice thing to do. And yeah, I thought more than anything else, it's a fun game for us to play. And if we get to the end and there's 2 coins in there, we've just completely forgotten, I'll just donate like an indiscriminate amount of money on behalf of you guys. So
it's just time to like have to like full on just like see if we can make it a year without swearing.
yeah, well, try to be yourselves. But look, I mean, if it gets in your head, no big deal, as I said.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep it a streak.
Thank you for that.
But yes, thank you for that. That's our first fan donation. Thank you.
Yeah,
Please, if there's any more of this
Hey, I'm
stuff,
not
that would
giving
be
it to you.
greatly appreciated.
Please.
You guys are getting nothing. You're giving me pizza. You're paying me.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, it'll come back after a while. It'll come back after a while.
This is for all future guests, everyone who's interested in
Giving
us.
you money, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But actually, I had a thing I would like to start by saying. So you were going to water your piano teacher's plants, and I just want to ask, how long have you known this piano teacher, and when did you begin with piano?
Where did it all begin?
Because I remember, I thought, I mean, like when we're still in, you've moved on. I guess we can talk about this later, but you've moved. You kind of stopped going to Melbourne Uni, and uni Melb, if that's what for the uptight people. But like you stopped going there and you went to sound production after RMIT, right? But you
my boy.
yeah. Oh, right. And then I think at that time you didn't have were you doing formal lessons? I don't remember. I thought you said
wasn't.
you weren't.
Yeah, I
That's
wasn't.
why
I stopped
I was
in-
I was like, ooh, what about that? Like, I was curious about the piano lessons as well. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, so actually, Justin's probably watching this. His name's Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Though
Justin is a very long-lasting close friend of mine. He's kind of been a bit of a father figure to me. And yeah, we go a long way back. The first lesson I had with him, I still remember, it was so vivid. I played the Round the Twist theme because that's what I'd like. I learned piano in the initial stages just by like purely by ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I learnt it. I came in, I started playing the Round the Twist theme song, the dun 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 dun, and he started like blues soloing over the top.
Oh my god.
I got so annoyed. I was like visibly upset that he'd like just completely wrecked like the Round the Twist theme. So I was like, that's sacrilege. It's a perfect song. The second lesson I did with him was much more lighthearted. I guess I was just like stimulating myself because I just have 5-second attention span. I was just like tapping on the keyboard and for some reason, the more and more I did that, the more it wore us both down, and we just couldn't stop pissing ourselves with laughter. We came up with this whole idea of we called it Nails. So that's the first song I ever wrote. It was called Nails, and it was me going like this on the keyboard while he was trying to like explain to me.
How old were you at
How
this
old were you at
stage?
that?
Well, that's right. Yeah, I mean, no wonder. No wonder I am where I am today, based on such a thing. But but Justin's been there all the way. He's still a good friend of mine. He's hooked me up with a job.
Oh wow!
At the moment, it's just a temporary one, but sort of delivering karaoke systems around the city.
Oh my god, that's a story. Oh my god,
it's so much fun. Oh my god,
I would love to like follow you, just for a day of that. Like,
I actually brought my girlfriend on a pickup the other day to pick up a system.
Wait, you
which
said
I'm
bought
much
or brought?
you bought? No, brought.
You brought.
Yeah.
Sorry, so you said brought.
Freudian
As like
slip,
force.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
brought.
I do
yeah.
that all the time.
Wait, so sorry, but pick
You
up.
would literature major.
You brought,
you would.
and then you also you brought on a
Yeah,
pickup
what did you
system.
think I meant?
But you like brought on a pickup system. Brought on a pickup. Sorry. Continue. That's just a really weird chain of
That's all right.
Yeah. Anyway. So yes, you brought her along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted someone to talk to while I was driving. Because I can only, I love the ABC, but I can only listen to it for so long. So, it was nice to have someone there. But yeah, like, unironically, if you want to come on a delivery with me just to like keep me company, you're more than welcome.
That's so cool. Wait, can I just ask? Okay, do you have a broken radio too? Like, so because you said there's only so many times you can listen to the ABC. Like, do you listen to the radio much or?
I do. I'd much
CD?
prefer to listen to music, but I need the phone for navigational purposes.
Oh, so it
right.
can't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, my radio works fine. It's
okay.
functional. It's cool. But it's like any conversation. I'm a bit of an introvert, so I run out of like social battery. But for ABC, like I run out of energy listening to people talk about a topic in depth for like a long time.
There's something about every time that would play, me and my brother would get so car sick we'd have to wind down all the windows and just
I don't know why, but I just relate to that on such a level.
like, is that a thing? Did you experience that? No?
This is
It makes me feel so car sick.
as the pop culture person apparently on the show, I don't listen to enough radio.
You don't know that?
I think I vaguely can hear it in my head, but I couldn't sing along with you.
It's kind
So
of like this
I feel
muddy,
like yeah. It's but there's something so like ancient about it too. Like
Yeah.
it sounds like the kind of thing that they would have had in the 1950s, and that they're just kind of kept for familiarity's sake.
it feels old timey.
Yeah, it does.
That's the word. Yeah.
But I actually kind of like it. It's like it's not patriotic. That's not quite the right word, but it's like it's so intrinsic to like
To the news.
It's
Yeah.
something.
It's like, the news is happening now.
It's something a
Tempted to
little.
just, like,
It's something
play
a
that
little
in the
bit more
background.
like deep that I can't quite bring out in my. It's something that I don't have the words quite to describe. But there's something very about it. Yeah.
Cool.
I actually had a question for you.
For me?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh my God.
questioning us, man.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
With it.
Yes.
Because the last time I spoke to you, you said you were working on a Baker's Delight musical.
You know what? I think I actually remember that. Was that
Yeah.
actually that gig time as well?
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
I remember that.
I
remember
I actually resigned pretty
Oh, that's such a
recently.
shame.
It's
Is
not
it-
a
is it
shame.
really? Is it
No,
really?
sorry, no, that's a good thing. That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
but I should actually start writing it while I'm still hot on the content. The memories are still,
It's still fresh.
are still hurting, profusely. It wasn't that bad, but it was a little bit terrible.
What was so terrible about it? if you can divulge that on such.
There's something about working, and this is something Jeremy and I were actually co-workers there. We both moved on.
I got you the job there.
Yeah, Jeremy got me the job there.
You bastard.
I'm sorry.
No, he used to.
We both had the same thought.
I'm like,
Can't be.
He actually used to apologize to me all the time. Like, anytime I'd be like, man, fuck this. Oh,
Brandon's dunked it in. There we go.
Okay. Anytime I'd be like,
God.
I'd be like,
Is that a swear? Actually, is that a swear if I say that as well?
if you say,
My God.
Yeah.
No.
This is
This is a secular
if I
society.
say God and said what you said.
what?
I'm going to try having zero.
Okay.
Zero swears.
You're going to have zero
Okay.
swears. Oh,
Oh, good boy, Pat.
what a good boy. But you're also depriving, like, Australian wildlife of funding.
That's true. But at least Santa will give him presents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That's my wish come
yeah,
true.
so what was so terrible about it?
Oh, okay. There's something about working in an environment where you are disrespected, and
By the customers or by the managers?
honestly, I can hack it with the customers.
Okay.
It's mainly when it's your higher ups, and then then your boss's higher ups. It's the fact that corruption trickles down,
Oh, totally.
and you're just a person, and you're trying to make a living, And honestly, like quite often the customers were, they were just these select people that were saving graces for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your regulars. That's one thing I do love about retail. But yeah, something about the area too. I mean, some people can really throw a hissy fit over a loaf of bread.
Yeah, totally.
And I don't know. And it's just,
It's hard to care about that on their behalf, you know?
yeah, it did actually make me really just go, it humbled me a little bit in the sense of, once you've seen someone, a grown-ass woman or man, chuck a tanty about, a sourdough, it just kind of makes you realize, wait, I just said, whoops, a grown butt man.
There you go.
I couldn't have said grown butt. That doesn't
Go
make
on.
sense. I can't
You're-
throw with my left.
Go, you're going to have to.
I didn't even hit the joke.
This floor is going to be a minefield.
That's it. That's okay. Okay, no, it's just a game of toss. A game of toss.
I'm loving this. I'm so glad I bought this.
Yeah.
Okay. All
But
right.
yeah, anyway, yeah, so it's just a lot of the people there, they make you think about, oh, this is the person I don't want to be. And then the people,
Totally agree.
it's like, I don't want to be in the position where I'm so self-absorbed that I can't look at you serving me and go, like, thank you for that. Like, you've been here, like, all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you're working through a pandemic. That must be very difficult. Or people who, they have the mask, like, down here, and then they're like spitting in your face, and you're like, this is so great. Anyway.
Is it?
So there's just a lot of content there, and I think it'd be exploring something like that in a musical format would be so much fun. Like,
I think you go real deep with that. Like, I don't know what your
yeah.
political alignments are, but
and consumerism as well.
Yeah.
Like the wastage. Like I've thrown out like
totally.
like exposed, but like I don't know, 20 full-size garbage bags of bread, and I had to do that. Like, and Jeremy had to do that. We all had to, be this individual, and then someone walks along and sees you doing it, and they're looking at you like you're a terrible person. But it's like, if I don't do this, I can't make rent, and then
Yeah.
I can't do this, can't do that. So you just gotta hope that you try to, I don't know, gather your self-worth, your strength, put yourself in a better position to help other people. But it can be very disheartening.
I feel like that is quite like there's something axiomatic to that. That's like, as everyday people, we can try and do our best whenever possible to have an effect, a positive effect on the planet. But if the systems aren't in place there for us to do it, then at the end of the day, it's not gonna result in any meaningful change.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something I'm a big believer in.
Yeah.
Just synthesis of plans and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I
was like,
I'm a sound engineer myself, so I relate to you. I relate to your struggle with me just like bumping this microphone with my chest.
You better apologize to the microphone.
I'm really sorry.
is that worse?
I mean, at
As
least
I
you.
come into the audio.
Wait, at least you're
Yeah.
not doing like, whoa.
They're like the pats on the, when you
The
like tap
pats.
it.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm just thinking with retail and, like, I guess we can say Karens. I don't even know what's the male equivalent to that.
Well, I was thinking I had
Darren's?
Huh?
Darren's?
Darren?
Nah.
Karen?
Darren and Karen. Darren's not a bad shout, actually. There's not. I feel like Karen's just. No one really knows how that came about. You know
How
what I
did
mean?
that happen?
Like, no one knows what it is about the name Karen that is.
And then it's like, then you
Yeah.
are a Karen. Like, your name is Karen, and then now you're part of this
Karen.
culture that's like, you're a annoying lady, which is really, I guess that is a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was like thinking, is it food retail especially that gets the most like angry customers, like like, what's the word? Is it
Pretentious?
Hospitality or like.
I guess it's hospitality in general though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I guess that would be heightened because hangry is a thing. But then there is like clothes retail as well, where you get like people walking in, 10 minutes until closing to try on like 10 pairs of pants or 10 pairs of shoes, and then they don't buy them,
Yeah.
So I think there's just a whole lot of everywhere. I didn't swear. I sense it. It was a shush. I didn't.
No, I know.
You're threatening me? Okay.
I'm basing you. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry. Did you?
no,
I don't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I just want to know, like, have you worked like retail, or besides your delivering karaoke systems? Which, by the way, if you want us to link that business, we could do that for you.
It's not my business, so I feel like it's not quite my place. But the answer is yes. I have worked. I worked at McDonald's, which is like the mother of all just food waste businesses. Like burger, kind of touches a lettuce that's not quite the right kind of lettuce. You chuck it in the waste bin. But
So
I
you
mean,
get it.
I wasn't in customer service, so I didn't deal with that side of the job. But I certainly dealt with other aspects of it, which was like the corporate culture filtering down into
And the disrespect.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like the dissonance between how the managers wanted to conduct, like the on the floor managers wanted to conduct the workplace versus how head office wanted to conduct it.
Yeah.
And they'd have all these like, I don't know, it just seems like really dystopic to me. Or like the signs that would have up on the walls that'd be like, make sure to stand up at this angle. That's an exaggeration. But,
Okay.
But stuff like that, I just really didn't like. And I was a 15-year-old or 16-year-old when I joined, so it kind of felt like I was going to school a little bit. Like there was that level of kind of, because schools are the same, right? Like different.
I mean, I don't know if they tell you, unless it's like specifically when you're taking photos, like at the start of the year, and like how to stand. 45 degree.
Wow, I'm yeah.
But yeah.
But it's similar kind of. There's the principal,
Rigid
there's
structure,
the coordinators, there's the teachers. Everybody has different.
place.
Everybody has a place.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a clear hierarchy in the business. Yeah.
And you're at the bottom, and I guess that's that's what like I really didn't like about it. And the sad reality is that if I ever am to enter the workplace in a conventional fashion, that is where I'm going to have to start out.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, you can climb, but is the climb really worth it?
It's the climb.
I don't know.
Sorry.
It's tough to say.
Sorry.
Yeah, I have but a wealth of experience in corporate culture and all that. So I feel as though I don't have the experience really to say.
Yeah, it's so much, which is fair. Yeah.
And so like I could be talking 100% out of us. But I'll just bank that one before.
I guess is that because I met you again. We did this pop songwriting class I've briefly mentioned.
Let's talk about that.
Oh no, oh no. I mean, do you feel like it really helped you?
Absolutely, I love that class.
Okay.
I love that class so much.
I don't know, to be honest. I've got mixed feelings.
Wait. So wait. So you were in the same. This is the class that you wrote the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
Okay.
that's how we met.
Brain.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now I get it. Brain connected. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's. I mean, what did you love about it? Because I have mixed feelings about it because I think it wasn't for me.
Oh,
But yeah.
Yeah, totally. Look, I loved the teacher. I loved
Okay,
Jeffrey.
he was a cool teacher, yeah.
The first part of the class, the part before we actually got into the nitty gritty and the actual practical side of songwriting, was just someone would bring up a song and he would go, yes, and then we'd listen to the song, and then he would go, oh, this is what's great about this song. This is why it works. And I just sat there and I was like, this is amazing. I've never had something so thoroughly explained to me about music that resonates with me. And actually, I don't know if you guys have seen Rick Beato, What Makes the Song Great.
I mean, I've seen a couple of episodes here and there.
Yeah, very similar kind of.
Thinking back, it was kind of similar to that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And they both have similar energy. Just infatuation with music at their very core.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time? Sorry, do you remember that time when we were? I guess one of the people in our class did some digging, and then we found that cover.
Yes, I do
cover
remember
of,
that. We
Where?
found it because this guy's a musician. And he'd made a couple of records, so we found. He was kind of
Was it like a
soft-spoken British Jamaican guy.
Jeff Williams was his name, wasn't it?
I think that. Yeah,
Jeff
maybe.
Williams, if you're watching this.
And he back in the day he had the maddest dreadlocks, and we found this we found this totally of its time album cover of him shirtless with a couple women either side of him, and it aged so poorly.
Did he have a guitar
Oh,
as well?
no.
Yeah,
it's
so it was you actually. You put it in your your lyric sheet. You had.
I did, but I found it from someone else, to be fair.
Oh, really?
I think so,
That's right. I remember that because we had that group chat and we were saying, someone's got to do this.
And then I actually put it there, yeah. I was like, okay, but that's why I vividly remember it as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's really funny. I totally forgot about that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what did I... But that's what I really liked about that class. And also, I really enjoyed hearing... people write songs for the first time.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool hearing different people.
I love that part of the journey. I don't know, especially because one thing that I've started doing is mentoring with a couple songwriting, and some people I went into uni with or whatever hadn't wrote music before, and I'd be like, let's write a song. It's just so special because it's they're connecting to that thing they're passionate about, or something they want to tell a story about, and you just get to take their hand and guide them through it, or be like, look how cool this is, look at all these things that you can explore, look how cool songwriting is. Anyway,
that's exactly what it felt like. It was a good cool experience, just watching people write their first songs. And the other thing was some of those songs were legitimately really, really good. And some of them, I don't know if you remember Stella's, about how she kind of wrote about how it was her fault that her boyfriend cheated on her or something, and it was the most beautiful song.
I feel like because I remember the name, and I feel like Was it the one that was folkish? Like the song sounded a bit folk?
Yeah.
Because I remember it
acoustic
sounded
guitar.
like a bit like, it reminded me of Damon Rice. That's what I remembered. I think I might have told her that as well. But yeah, if you're watching this, we'd love to have you on the show because I'm pretty
Stella,
sure
that
you're
song-
you've been doing stuff as well.
My God,
Alex.
please record that, send it to me. I want to listen to it when I go to sleep. And that's all I had to say. But I hope you're doing well.
But yeah, actually, I've been meaning to get in touch with a couple more of those people in the class and just like ask you guys. If you guys are watching this, I hope you are.
yeah.
If you guys, just send me a message, send No Socks a message, and reach out to us, and we'd love to have you on the show. Talk about whatever,
Yeah. And if you have any like memories of Pat doing something really silly,
Oh no,
I would like that.
I remember my voice broke. I'll give it that point.
That's like all
Yeah,
the
I
time,
felt.
Pat.
Can I be honest? I felt like your performance, you bit off more than you could chew.
Oh no, that's every day. That's every time. That's every single time.
Pat goes hard, and he never goes home. He hasn't been home for like 5 years.
It's very admirable. But like you had backing tracks, and you were trying to like synchronize the guitar with the backing tracks. I was like, that is
that was
an unenviable feat to hill to climb, my friend.
Yeah, that's what happens when you write music that needs more than. Yeah. Although, to be fair, I did do an acoustic version the other day and it worked sort of okay.
I really like the acoustic version.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually
It was a better
really big
performance.
improvement.
It
Yeah.
was a better performance, let's just
Yeah.
say. Still can't. I'm not going to expose myself, don't worry. But yeah, that's kind of that. But, I guess what I wanted to ask about, though, was you were studying, was it either aerospace engineering or electrical?
I was civil.
Oh my God, it's not even, but engineering of some sort.
Yeah,
But
yeah. That's pretty on the money.
But
Yeah.
wait, and is that civil engineering?
That's the civil engineering pertains to anything that's to do with public infrastructure. So things like bridges,
That's interesting.
underground
'Cause
sewage systems.
You said that you like to be like the architect of the music. So
Yeah,
you're like a buildy.
I mean, architect and engineer are a bit different.
was
yeah,
actually-
but like
I
you're,
was-
you're putting pieces into place.
I was pretty shit at engineering. One of these days, I'm going to get it. When we get one of these in, like us three have to celebrate so hard. Like,
Okay.
poor Jeremy on the mic,
Sorry
on
for
the
pain.
headphones. Sorry.
Ching.
Oh,
Sorry,
not a slow.
sorry. So you were saying?
But yeah, no, I was just because so you were bad at engineering. So yeah, because I was wondering, because
Bad
like
is a good word.
I mean, I randomly met you one time after that class, like the next semester, and then it's just like, well, because if Unimalp has this, I think is it not Mudfest, but just they had this thing where they just have bands or like music performances, or I don't know if even comedy acts as well, just in the main central hub of Unimalp, they have like just a stage for people to perform at every Wednesday or something.
Every Tuesday. I remember it well.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we randomly met there, but then that was the last time I saw you for that. But then the next time I hear you're studying audio
Yeah,
production.
well,
like-
actually, I did see you
Curious
at
as to-
the Natural State gig. Do you remember that one in the lane? The one that got shut down early?
yeah, that one.
That was a shocking
that was-
turn of events.
Yeah,
But I mean, it was actually. I mean, I feel as though if it weren't for that, I wouldn't be sort of here today. You know what
I mean, neither would I have actually heard your music either.
Yeah,
I mean, Brandon's music or yours, I guess, technically.
Right,
as
like-
well at that time.
So we can. This is actually an interesting thing, like fork in the road movements.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I got snatched up by On Planet through one of those like Facebook Melbourne Musicians Wanted groups.
yeah.
And I've heard that actually when I sort of applied for that and I sent them recordings, that he didn't actually want me in the band.
What?
You know, actually, I heard something about that yesterday as well.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Do we need a keyboardist? No.
No.
But yeah.
But that's so
Yeah.
Brandon though.
Yeah. Well,
So
I-
Do we really? Do we really?
it's like,
feel like it's kind of-
whatever. Like when it comes to my music, especially now, I just have no like expectations of it, if that makes sense. Like it's
Oh, that's
purely.
If it needs a sax, or have a sax.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
like
right.
I couldn't care less, but yeah, but stuff like that. If I hadn't applied for the position of keyboard player in that band, I wouldn't be in Black Dime. I probably wouldn't be friends with Natural State like Michaela and Zeph and those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I certainly wouldn't be on this podcast today. And it was
Me neither,
actually
to be honest.
quite a big thing for me at the time to jump at an opportunity like that.
Yeah.
Like it actually took mental exertion to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just think like, just imagine how different my life would be if I hadn't
Yeah.
done that. It's so weird.
I mean,
Actually,
pretty much that's my case as well. Because otherwise I'd just be a
Same,
bedroom
yeah.
musician.
Right,
Pretty much.
right.
like,
Pretty
because-
much.
yeah. Well,
That's
this,
about it.
I
Yeah.
had the exact same thing. Like I had like 2 different opportunities come up like same day, which was like the call out, realizing that I have a message here. Hey, do you want to come? Actually, sorry. Do you want to come play keys? So in a way, I was meant to be
Your
your
substitute.
replacement.
Oh, really?
But I can't play. Like I think you're great.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I would listen, like I'll talk about it another time. But I was like walking around close to midnight, listening to everything for the first time from the Black Dime stuff, and I was like, oh, I love the piano here. It's like, and then I was like, oh, what's going on here? And I was so like, with what you were saying about expectations, like I've always really struggled with that, and I was like, how do I measure up to, how can I don't know, just
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of that time. Sorry, okay, I'm going to expose you, but like
No.
Ode to Lady Midnight. Like there's
Oh,
the piano beginning. It just
Da-da-da,
broke her.
da-da-da,
Just like
da-da-da,
how?
da-da-da.
What the
Oh,
I,
dude,
I can't do
live shows doing that.
and like such like repetitive, like as in and just keeping everything in time. Like I'm like, ooh.
The timing is
Yeah.
by far the hardest part of that.
I mean, it's
yeah.
pretty fast. Like
Yeah.
And like if you slip up a tiny bit, they'll know.
Yeah.
You know, they'll know.
Me at live shows, man, they.
But like,
it's so
what was like your how did you come to be that who you are? Like how, like and in regards to
why do you
practice.
love music? Why do you love music?
Just I don't know, just almost everything. I just want to hear about the music. You know,
The music. Well,
like yeah.
I was thinking about this in the shower today. But like my musical influences, I feel like this is
Yeah.
related enough, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Probably,
no,
yeah, most
I'd love
likely.
to know.
I mean,
My musical influences and my favorite bands are a Venn diagram, and they're not like, you know what I mean?
so it's split. So you have different
parts,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
lyrics, chord progressions,
Or, like, even
Or
genre,
not
you
even
mean?
that, not even that granular, but just to say that my favorite bands and the bands that have had the most effect on my playing and my music are not the same.
yeah.
So there's a couple of bands, like I would say Pearl Jam is a good example of a band that is firmly in the intersection
Yeah,
of the Venn
okay.
diagram.
okay.
And like I have quite a different voice to the singer Eddie Vedder, but like when I was learning to sing for the first time, my dad came in and he was showing me Pearl Jam records. And so I really kind of through no real contrivance borrowed a lot from his singing style, which is something that is still like quite present in my singing style today.
Yeah.
Now you mention it, yeah, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but then
Yeah.
like, am I okay? I'm not the biggest Pearl Jam fan, but is that like what kind of comes out a little bit in Thunder? A little bit?
Lightning.
Yeah, or lightning. Sorry, I keep calling it. Yeah, sorry, lightning. Not
Like,
thunder.
no, we're not. This is the Imagine
isn't-
Dragons.
this isn't Imagine Dragons.
Lightning
Chuck
and the
that out.
thunder. Yeah.
My mum hates that song.
I hate it
She
too.
hates when the dubstep like
Yeah.
kicks in.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
so
That song just never
Yeah,
mind.
sorry, but lightning is that like? No, maybe not. Maybe
I
I'm
think
just
there's
talking-
other songs that are more Pearl Jam
Probably more.
influenced.
Yeah, okay.
Like anything in the low register is like you can really hear it.
Yeah, right.
Anything with like tremolo, anything
Yeah.
with like an overly nasal grind, all Pearl Jam. It's all
Right,
of that.
okay.
So I'd say that's like a big influence of mine, and a band that has influenced me tremendously that I never listen to anymore is Coldplay.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I loved Coldplay when I was like 14, 15, and that's how I sort of really learned how to play popular music.
Kind of look
Yeah,
like Chris
yeah.
Martin to an extent right now.
A little bit,
A little bit
shaved
right now.
head,
Yeah, the shaved head.
Dude,
Yeah.
I look like so many discount celebrities. It's insane.
Or you might be. You join them.
No,
one
you
day.
reckon I'll join the club? I reckon I'm too generic, dude.
Hey, we need to. I mean,
it's just
start somewhere.
Yeah, we got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I guess one thing about starting somewhere actually is, inside information. You sent us a few of your demos for the song that you'll be playing tomorrow.
I'll be playing it today.
We're playing it today. Oh my god! I told myself I wouldn't get into this conundrum.
I understand it now because I've wrapped my head around it. So last night you played us some songs.
I
Yeah,
did,
and
yes. That is a thing that
It
happened.
went so great.
Oh, wasn't it? Like, I just had such a great time.
But I guess what I was gonna ask though, before I make another time slip up and make a time paradox. You haven't released any of it though. And is there a reason why? Like, because you've written, I watched your Shed concert. If you haven't watched his Shed concert thing that happened like a year ago,
I have. Wait,
that
I
was
didn't see
pretty cool.
It's on my Facebook. Just if you have me on Facebook, you'll be able to find it.
You'll find it.
Oh, all right, let's link it.
And there's a couple of songs that weren't there, like The Inventor was one of them. I noticed.
Yeah.
And I guess, is there a plan to release them?
Absolutely. Yeah, I really want to do right by them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would advise, because like Sabrina and Luke, I watched both of I loved their live shows. I thought they were fantastic. Primrose Sands is unironically one of the best songs I've ever heard. I'm really not just saying that. It's an amazing song. So Sabrina, keep on the grind.
Oh my god. She's gonna be so emotional.
But I'm also a sound engineer by trade, so I am very precious about. I really want to do right by them.
Yeah.
I really don't want to. I want to spend the money on getting a good studio space, on getting the right mixer, developing a relationship with an engineer that I like and that I trust, and that they come out because you just do not get a chance to do them again.
Yeah.
You know. And look,
You could,
obviously
but-
there's a balance.
But
like,
the magic won't be there.
Yeah,
The magic.
yeah.
You have this idea in your mind that you're working towards, or like
Fair enough.
like do you consider the memories of creating them and recording them? Like, well, for me, I know that they're so attached that it's hard to sometimes revisit some of my past stuff now because I'm like, well, this served this function in my life, and I know exactly where I was when I played at this time and what I was feeling. And sometimes it's a bit like I kind of want to recreate those situations, or it's like I had such a good relationship with this person and this and everything. The energy was great, and I want to get to that place. And then I don't know.
I think it depends on the song.
Yeah, okay.
I think absolutely. I think some songs are about the past, in fact, and those songs age like fine wines, over a period of time. And the other thing about
Just like fine wine. Sorry. No, because I just think about we have some things in the works. I have some things in the works that it may or may not be aging like fine wine at the moment. So I mean, you might find something in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, but yeah, I do agree with the fine wine statement though. Definitely listen.
especially because little things that you pick up on over time. Songs that I used to play in a very vanilla fashion that over time have developed their own accents. My vocal deliveries especially are things that benefit greatly from just playing them over and over again and discovering them.
Yeah.
That's something you don't get, I think, when you're just like, oh, here's a song. Oh, we can record it. Cool, it's done. Platinum album. I think, from me personally, I think it's best to let them develop for a little bit before you
Stew. Or
Yeah.
is it, what's the word? Ferment.
ferment.
Yeah.
If we're going with the alcoholic.
With the alcoholic.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Or
yes.
I was almost gonna say before, like, they age like fine wine, they ferment like, nice sauerkraut or something.
That's not where I would have gone, but yeah,
It's
sure.
actually not bad. It's a food that people are scared of, but I had it recently and I was like, oh, okay.
Sauerkraut.
part of my
I'm
life now.
quite German, and I can't get behind it.
Sad.
Yeah,
Fair
I know.
enough.
Yeah, it's pretty upsetting. Yeah,
I'm sure it's okay.
I just shut up.
yeah, that did just shut it.
Oh.
Oh,
Who goes it? Camera.
Yeah, you had a question you wanted to ask before, like podcast, before we started.
Oh well, I was going to ask it, and then I realized you're probably going to talk about it in the next episode.
Oh, okay. Well, we
Yeah.
can, maybe if you stick around next episode, we'll definitely give you a shout out.
Do you want to do like a "Have you been paying attention?" like
Oh,
call
God.
in when they go like, "I've got a quizmaster question for you."
uh-oh.
What was this question on
I've
the
got
next
a terrible
episode?
memory.
Yeah.
Well, you won't have to remember it because there'll be like a video of me being like, "Hello, No Socks Podcast. I was here last week. How you going? This week's guest question overseas over Zoom is blah 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 blah."
We really do want to
a
actually
good
add
idea.
some guest questions, but
I was completely joking, but if you want to do that, then that's perfectly
Brandon,
fine.
Brandon, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
you're
gosh.
nodding your head, yeah.
This show just
I do-
writes
I
itself.
really want it does actually. How far like ideas are coming from guests.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's the beauty.
yeah,
of it.
That's
that'd be
community.
cool.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
We need more people to watch us, so please.
And so you
Like
said
and
you were
subscribe.
mentoring songwriters.
Oh, I just kind of started. It was something that I always kind of did, just alongside, just songwriting. And someone in a class would be like, "Oh, I don't know how to make this thing work," and then I would just be like, "Ooh, I see so many things here." So I like coming into other people's work, because in your own, if you're a bit self-destructive, a bit
Yeah.
self-deprecating,
Yeah,
you might
totally.
just. But other people's work, you see every person. There's so much there. I don't know that there's so much potential in everyone. And songwriting, I don't see it just as you're a good songwriter, you're a bad songwriter. I see it as this is an opportunity for someone to explore something and express themselves. And it's just basically, it's the best thing.
Yeah, and that's totally the right attitude towards it,
So
right?
did I answer the question? Did I phase out?
Well, the question was just, do you do it? And the
Yeah.
answer is yes.
Yeah,
And
I was just kind of doing it, but then I'm like, oh, I guess maybe I could just offer it. And just there's got a couple people, here and there. But if anyone wants, hello, talk to me. So I wasn't expecting that.
For like marketing
Yeah.
placement.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
well, the
that.
reason I ask is because I had such a great time doing the pop songwriting class.
But yeah,
I feel like I spoke about this with
Yeah.
you last time. I
You wanted
really
to make
want
a
to do
cult.
something. I wanted to make a songwriting cult.
Yes. Yes.
With something like that. And maybe it could be like a Twitch stream or something like that.
could be interesting.
But yeah, I think that I need to do that because it's one of those things that that's just on the bucket list. And if it goes shit, then
I feel like you're just doing it now. Just because,
well, that's going to be like $10. So I'm
Is it
I mean, I
charitable
think it's a bit more than
man?
that. But yeah.
yeah, I feel like it's something that I have to do before I die. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
maybe that's a good note to end it on. Death.
Death is
Okay.
all things and
Bye.
life comes for us all. But yeah,
I'll pass on
I
that,
guess we'll end it there. Thank you for watching this or listening to this episode of No Socks podcast. This is episode 5. As always, check out the other ones if you liked what we talked about.
And if you didn't,
You can.
Uh-oh.
No, I was.
Don't cuss our viewers, please. We need them. So yeah.
Well, can I just say thanks so much for having me on this
was great
podcast.
to have
I had
you.
such a great time.
Yeah.
And I feel like this could be the start of something kind of cool.
No, maybe we'll branch off and you can have your episodes of songwriting cult.
I just
Yeah,
met you guys
love
in the karaoke taxi, but that's cool. We can do that. Too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay.
That would be pretty cool.
Expect some Instagram lives from the karaoke taxi and maybe some karaoke.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a
Maybe
red hot idea.
for the No Socks
I mean,
anniversary.
James Corden already does that though, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
But
We're better than James Corden.
I wasn't going to say it. I mean, and we're Australian,
That's true.
which is cool.
But then it's British, so.
Yeah, but like, oh well.
But anyway,
Oh, well, then.
we'll have to leave
goodbye,
it there today.
everyone.
Bye then.
Today, and maybe you'll come back on the show.
and
Oh, I'd
I
love
hope
to
when
come
you
back.
do come back, you'll have some of that fine wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck
Yeah.
with the fermenting and
Yeah.
because we're in the same club of you write a whole bunch,
Yeah.
but you just we've got them all here.
That's right.
And one day people are gonna see it, and then we're gonna celebrate it on a podcast episode on whatever episode number that is.
So yeah, I've been your host, Pat.
Fine.
It's Kate.
And Kate.
Caitlyn. I don't know what to call you still. Kate Sith. And we have our guest, Max.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Merry
For
Christmas.
Christmas.
In a little,
It's December. I could say it.
have your Christmas cup. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Enjoy your life.
Bye. Ciao.
Bye.
How was I supposed to know?